Hello and welcome to the tutorial on how to view your bill and financial aid in your self-service account. I will be showing you how to view the breakdown of your bill and financial aid in self-service. So the first thing that you will need to do is access your self-service account. The easiest way to do that would be to go to www.tcl.edu and under Quick Links at the top, click on Quick Links and self-service will be located in that drop-down. Once you log into self-service, you should see something similar to what is on the screen here. Student finance should be an option when you get logged in. Again, it may not be exactly set up like this, but student finance should be an option for you when you do get logged in. So what you'll do is you'll click on student finance. And then on the next screen, what you're going to do is you're going to be able to view your account activity to see your semester charges, financial aid, and balance. So you're going to just make sure that the term up here is the same as what you're looking for. So if you're registered for the fall 2020 semester, you want to make sure that that is the selected semester there. And then as you look down here, you're going to see two different rows. The first row here indicates charges. You look to the right, here are the charges for that fall semester. And then below that, the row reads financial aid. And then this is the financial aid applied to the account. And then the balance for this particular example is going to be a negative balance. I'll explain in a little bit what that would mean on your account if you have a negative or a positive balance. And then you can expand the view of each of these rows to kind of give you a breakdown of not only the charges on your account, which would include tuition, fees, high cost course fees, book fees if they're applicable, but you can also expand your financial aid to see what types of financial aid have actually been applied to your account or are expecting to apply to your account. So when you do click on the expansion, so let me go back here. If you look on the row of charges, there's a little arrow here. When you click on that arrow, your charges will actually be expanded. So what you'll be able to view here will be the courses that you're registered for, and then a breakdown of mandatory fees and other fees. So you can see here that for this example, the student is registered for Biology 211 and 225. You can indicate the billing credits. So each of these courses are 4 credits. And then that would include the total tuition for both of these courses. Now you can see here that the tuition is not the only fees associated with the full fall semester. So as you look a little further, you can then see a breakdown of the additional fees outside of tuition. So under mandatory fees, there will be, now this could be different for every class, so just keep in mind this is an example. But for this particular student, this student is going to be viewing a capital fee, registration fee, and then the technology fee, which all of those are listed over here to the right, and the total amount is here. And then there's a course in this list that actually includes a high cost course fee, and that fee is an additional $50. So if you look here, if you add all of that up, plus there's charges down here for the bookstore, all of these charges listed here are going to equal this amount. So that's just a little bit. Now again, this is going to view a little bit differently in your self-service account, but this is just so you can understand the breakdown of your tuition and fees for any particular semester. Then if we go back here again for the financial aid row, we can see there's also an arrow. So when you click on that expansion arrow, you can also view the financial aid information on your account. I'm going to explain in a little bit what these two columns mean on the next slide, but just keep in mind that really the main information that you want to see here are the types of financial aid that's awarded, and then the amounts listed here in the second column. So for this example, this particular student has been given or awarded 2 grants on their account. And then it looks like this particular student has also applied for some loans. So when you look over a little bit over here to the right, you can see that there's a difference in the amount that's dispersed and then anticipated. But the total amount up here is going to be the charges that are added together at the very end. So let me go and show you here. Here's a little bit more information on the dispersed and anticipated. So dispersed financial aid in this column is financial aid credit that has already been posted to your account. So the money is actually already in the account physically. And then the anticipated financial aid is the credit that is expected to post to your account at a future date. So for this example, we can see that the total, well, we saw previously that the total charges were actually less than the total financial aid that is awarded to this student. So this is the total amount awarded. When we take this awarded amount and subtract the total tuition and fees from this amount, this student actually has a credit on their account of $2,725. So this means that a negative balance that you have on your account would be available to you to use at the TCL bookstore for books and other supplies. You also may be eligible for a refund for this particular semester as well. So a positive balance indicates that that day that you're viewing your account, you have a balance at TCL for that semester. You'll want to make sure that with financial aid that your aid has been applied. And if you still have an outstanding balance, you may make a payment online in self-service, or you can enter into a payment plan as well in self-service. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what that payment plan will look like in self-service as well. So under payment plans in self-service, you can see if you have a current, or you can set up a payment plan there. And it's going to show what the original plan amount was. So this would be what the student's original plan was for this payment plan, what their current balance is, because they actually made a payment. You actually are required to make a 25% payment down when you do set up your payment plan. And then it also shows the current balance due, the current amount due. And then below that, depending on the type of payment plan, you can see when the anticipated due dates will be. And it's typically monthly is how the payment plans will be set up. And then for payment plan detail, you can select view plan details, and it'll give you an update and more in view for how your actual payment plan is set up. So you'll be able to see your personal information here, but then you'll see that this particular payment plan is set up for the fall. The original payment plan was set up when you had a balance of $1,250. The number of payments would be 3 every month. There is a late fee that would be associated if you did miss that payment deadline for a particular month. And then here are the payment plans, the schedule for those payments. So you can actually, once you have that payment plan set up, you can view that and you can see the anticipated deadlines for your payments each month. Now, if you do not set up a payment plan or pay in full by the deadline, or if your aid is not applied, you do run the risk of having your courses dropped. So you will be dropped from all your classes if you do not complete either payment in full or setting up a payment plan if you're not using aid and you are paying out of pocket, or if you still need to set up that payment plan because your financial aid doesn't cover the full amount for that semester. So if students are receiving financial aid, you should log into self-service to make sure that your award letter is there, or that you do sign up for that payment plan or pay in full before the payment deadline. And there are some payment deadline examples here for the future terms. So for the fall semester upcoming, it's going to be the August 20th deadline. And then also for the spring is listed as well. Now, we do get this question a lot. If I'm eligible for a refund, when will I receive it? So students who have excess financial aid after paying their bill will receive a refund. TCL has partnered with Bank Mobile and Disbursements to deliver these refunds. So refunds are processed within 14 days of disbursement to the student's account. So please refer to the tcl.edu refunds for more information on setting up your Bank Mobile account. Here's an example here of the refund processing schedule. And then if you need assistance with setting up your payment plan or paying in full, you will want to contact the business office, and their email is businessoffice@tcl.edu. And then the financial aid office would be who you contact for any questions about the financial aid on your account. And their email address is financialaid@tcl.edu.